What is up, people? Back again for another Terror Tuesday. For those who have watched my channel, you'll know exactly what it is. For those who don't, a little rundown for you. It's where I just ramble off about a few horror movies that you might want to watch. I go through my collection and I give you about 2 to 3 movies that you should watch. And actually, what I did was last week I added a movie that you should kind of avoid like the plague. So I'm going to give you a few that you should watch and a few that you shouldn't watch. Ones that don't even waste your time, don't even bother going to out of your way to try to find it or watch it. So let me get into this. This first one is a newer one. And to tell you the truth, it's at parts kind of hard to follow, but overall it's a really good movie. It's got its gore, but the gore comes later on in the movie. In the beginning, there's really not much gore. It's more of like a psychological thriller, it seems like, in the beginning, and then towards the end is where you get your nice gory aspects to it, and that is Alice Kills. Whole story revolves around this girl Alice and her friend, and at one point and one night they decide to go a little crazy, party too much, and they end up going and finding this drug dealer, and they end up doing some kind of drug. I forget exactly what it was that they went to go get, but they ended up going to get a drug, and they're partying. They go back to Alice's place. They go up to the roof, and Alice pushes her off the roof. And she thinks that she killed her friend, and at that point she kind of loses her mind kind of deal. And at first the cops come to her house and she lies about the whole thing. So she thinks that the friend is dead, and they tell her that she's not. So she ends up going to the hospital, checking on her friend. And then at that point, she, like I said, loses her mind. She stops showing up to work. She keeps on going back to this guy that gave her the drugs in the first place. And to get the drugs so she doesn't have to pay money, she pretty much sells herself off. She starts doing these drugs, losing sleep, losing her sanity, losing whatever. And then by the end of the movie, she takes justice. Well, not even justice, because she did the crime, but at the end, in her mind, she does what she has to do. And once you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is a very interesting movie. I'd say give it the time of day. It's probably up there with one of the better ones I've seen within the past couple years. So, Alice Kills. This one's an old school one and one of my favorites. Usually, sequels aren't really that good. But in this case, it's not really a sequel. It is a second in the series, but it's not really a sequel because each movie is totally different from each other. And this one is Creepshow 2. This one's like, I don't want to say an anthology, but in this one you got different stories in the movie. It's like 3 little movies in between each one, and it's pretty much on the Creepshow comic, where the one kid starts reading this comic and reads up on all these little stories and such. And then I like Creepshow 1, that one's good. I like The Crate. I like the one with Leslie Nielsen where he buries those couples and they come back after him. But in this one, I think it has better stories. In this one, it's got the I forget what it's called, but it's got Chief Woodenhead or whatever, where the Indian doll or Indian wooden person comes to life because the store that he's in front of, it gets blessed or whatever, and the store owners end up getting shot. So this guy goes after the people that robbed the store. That one was pretty good. My favorite one is the one with the raft, where 4, I guess they're middle-aged or like mid-20s. They end up going on a road trip and finding this lake, and they go onto this lake, realize no one's there. It's just a raft in the middle of this thing. It's very quiet and very eerie. They end up swimming to this raft later to find out there's I don't want to call it an ooze monster, but that's pretty much what it is. This big thing of goop or whatever that's floating in this lake. They don't know what it is, and then all of a sudden it starts eating them one by one. This one, like I said, is definitely up there with a couple of my favorite horror movies. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. And like I said, I'm going to give you ones to watch. I'm also going to give you this one. This one, don't even bother watching. Like I said, I liked Creepshow 2. This one, I didn't like at all. And that's Creepshow 3. For the longest time, I didn't even know they had it. But me being a completist with my collection, I had to go and try to find it. I actually bought it twice because the first time I bought it off Amazon, the copy that was sent to me was a piece of crap. Good thing it was cheap. So anyway, I got it the second time. I popped it in. And the first two, the rated R, they had their swearing scenes. They got their nudity scenes and everything. This one I was questioning because it's... actually, this one's rated R. I thought it was PG-13 because when I watched it, there was like... It was the corniest, like... Nothing was going on, pretty much. Like, the stories in this one... it all revolved around this one girl kind of deal, and then there was the only one that was all right was this one guy ordered a mail order bride, or not a mail order bride. They think it's a mail order bride, or no, my bad. The story is the doctor makes this like a robot woman, and the two guys think that it's a robot woman. That's why. I totally forget the whole story, but steer clear of this. I can't even tell you what the hell it's about. So, in essence, it must be that bad. Usually, if I'm into it, I can give somewhat of a good review or a good like backing. This one I honestly don't remember because it didn't really stick in my head too much. So, if you're gonna avoid anything, I don't know why you would watch this in the first place, but Creepshow 3. Avoid, steer clear of it. So those are nice little quick Terror Tuesday for you. Those are two of them that you should watch. Again, that is Alice Kills and Creepshow 2, and the one to steer clear of is Creepshow 3. Telling you guys now that I do have a contest going. If you're not aware of it, I'm giving away 6 UV codes. I did one last week and it went off pretty good, so I'm doing another one. I got another 6 that you might be interested in, so check that video out. You got 2 days left. I'm going to do it on Thursday, so you got 2 days left. All you got to do is subscribe, like the video, and comment. There are extra ways to get extra entries. You got to watch the video for it. Like I say all the time, I got a Facebook fan page, I got a Facebook group page, I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram. I'll leave those on the bottom of this page. And until next time, I'll see you.